Okay, hello everybody again. This is Mr. Turkelson. This is 9A and 9D, so I believe, yeah, that's assignment 11-3. I'm choosing Brittany's here because she did a real good job on this. I don't see any errors on this at all. Yeah. This questions from the story 9A are as follows. Why does no one catch sight of Cornelia? And Brittany says, no one catches sight of Cornelia because no slaves are working in the fields. All this is good. Even or also, the janitor is sleeping at the door of the villa, so therefore nobody sees her. Number two says, where does Cornelia bring or lead Flavia? And Brittany says, Cornelia um, leads Flavia stealthily out of the villa into the fields. All good, right down to the long marks too. By the way, it's not critical to do these long marks, but it's obviously appreciated if you have the time to do that. Number three, Cures Cornelia Misera. Why is Cornelia sad or unhappy? Cornelia is sad because the family is preparing to return to Rome today. I don't even know if that shows up in the story. That looks like Brittany just sort of like figured that out, how to say that. Um, and that's all correct. That's perfect grammar and spelling and all that right there. And then four, why is Flavia miserable, right? Why is Flavia upset? Because Cornelia, now here's the one mistake I've just noticed. Flavia is unhappy because Cornelia is preparing to return to Rome today. Now, Cornelia is actually a subject of that verb. Cornelia is getting ready to return. So Corneliam should be a Cornelia. But since she's done such a bang up job of the rest of it, I think I would just leave that one alone there. It's just a minor oversight and otherwise really good exercise there. So 9D, these are all taken right out of the story. It says find these prepositions as they appear in the story, and here's the story right here. So Brittany went through and carefully found all those prepositional phrases. Some of you are trying to make them up, I think, or use them or pump them into translators, perhaps. I'm not really sure. I saw some answers that were a little confusing, but all of these appear right in the story. Right from the very first, right, we see out of her own country house. There it is right there. A villa sua. Out of sua, as you see right here, her own villa. So out of her own country house is right there. And if I'm not mistaken, these sort of go in order through the story. So, and she says through the fields. That's right there. Et actually means and, so we wouldn't really need that there. But per agros means through the fields. To her friend's country house, again, right there. So you got the first three in the first sentence here, really. Ad villam amicae, to the house of her friend. And then in the fields now, we see right here in agris, at the door of the country house, right here at the door. Ad again means at or to, but here it means at. More often it means to or towards, but here it means at. So at the door of the country house right there. Let's see, just a couple more. Into the fields. This is actually an error here. In agris means in the fields. That's the ablative case right there. That's the ablative ending for fields. So what we're looking for here is in agros, and I think you could see that right there. Cornelia says, be quiet, Flavia. Don't wake up the slaves. Come quietly with me into the fields. So that's the distinction between in the fields and into the fields. And then the rest I will just sort of leave it to you to find them. Some said for to me, number 9 here, mihi. Mihi does mean for me or to me. Here it is for me. Flavia cries, oh, miserable me. You all are returning to Rome. It is necessary for me to stay here, she says. But then she says, send many letters to me. So that's the ad me. That's the to me that we're looking for there. But I believe Brittany got a perfect or just about a perfect score on this one. So I thought that it would be good to use hers as an example this week. So again, all of these can be found in the story itself. So I think 9C and 9E were more complained about this week, and I hope that's the case because these really can be found right in the story itself. Okay, that's it. Thank you, and good luck.